This is The Process Shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a haunted movie theater, and I've seen Fire of Love, a new documentary from director Sara Dosa that follows the lives and careers of Katja and Maurice Kraft, who were dedicated to their work as volcanologists. Traveling the world, they were experts in the field and spent much of their time educating others on these natural wonders, often being the first on the scene of an active eruption and filming its activity, eventually becoming a worldwide influence on being prepared for volcanic activity and threat mitigation. It was a path they would follow until their tragic deaths, which came during a volcanic eruption they were recording and studying. The documentary effectively covers all of this, as well as examines and pontificates upon the love between the crafts and its parallel trajectory with their studies. There's actually a lot more of this poeticizing of the relationship than a straightforward biography. The film takes a bit of an existential approach to telling the craft's story, going over it in a non-linear manner and switching from informative to analytical on a bit of a whim. It doesn't stray very far from the central topic, though, keeping close to their volcanology and the natural forces of the world and applying its imagery to their lives. It does work out pretty beautifully in times, but the metaphor isn't always necessary. It seems made more to bring you into their world and studies, viewing it through their eyes and with their experiences, and in a way doing what it can to bring the beauty of these volcanic giants to the viewer in ways other than simply showing them off or describing their power. There's a bit of a smooth pattern going on as it shifts back and forth between these perspectives, never once feeling too disruptive or forced. If there were anything about this approach that might turn someone off, it would probably be the narration, which comes through a bit plainly and with little emotion, focused more on getting its information across than dramatizing anything. If it's meant to be this way in a bid to let the footage in the movie speak for itself, then I would say that it works excellently. Also, as somebody who talks like that, I am entirely in support of this decision. Moving along, the production itself is much more clear in its emphasis on information, seeing as almost all of the film is made up from archival materials, ranging from old photographs of the crafts during their university years to the films of active eruptions that they witnessed, and raw video footage from others capturing their last few hours before their deaths. Obviously, there's more than these examples, and the movie intercuts all of it together with a great flow. Again, the presented narrative is still pretty non-linear, but it strings every thread and topic together in a natural manner, with no sudden jumps between ideas or events unless it pushes the timeline further along. The editing between visuals is also pretty smooth, though for the most part it's all still practical and driven towards telling the craft's story. Of course, telling their story is the primary goal in all of this, and to that end the film pays tribute to the two with the utmost respect. It may be seeking answers to questions that weren't necessarily being asked, but it could easily be that they're questions poised less about the crafts themselves and more about people as a whole. Well, maybe. Fire of Love, Sara Dosa, 2022. 4 stars. I'd recommend giving it a watch. That's it for this review. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. I probably made this movie sound more vague than it actually is. It really isn't. I'm just bad at explaining things. Still.